Hey guys, Jimmy Leeds, I'm back. Feeling really good today. We've got an amazing video for you, and it has to deal with goals. And remember when we first went through our introductory video, I talked to you about, those different building blocks, okay? And one of the most important building blocks to me is really understanding what your goals are going to be. Because your goals are then going to carry forward to your strategy. And then once you have your strategy, you're going to implement your tactics, and that's your media activation towards those world-class assets. We're going to want to then get aligned with sales and marketing. And then we're going to want to really, be able to test, measure, and have that KPI, okay? So, why are goals important? It's very important to understand, where we want to be in the future. What are the things that we need to do? How are we going to do those things in measurable and manageable pieces? So the goals are going to give us, a starting point to understand what is it that we want. There's a couple of different exercises that we could do to help us formulate these goals. And as a business owner, you may have some of these goals in your gut already, right? A given, I want to get more sales, okay? We got to generate more leads, right? Ultimately, it's leads and conversions. That's what makes up the most important things in your business. But there's many other things that are in between that are goal driven as well, okay? So we talked about those goals, right? Some different types of goals that kind of sit on the top are, there's outcome goals, okay? What's going to be the outcome of doing this particular, implementing this goal, getting it on paper. Process goals. Performance goals, okay, the ability to measure the goals, okay, really important. If you're getting started with marketing, the last thing that you want to do is start doing those tactics, start doing that media activation, start sending that traffic. And if anybody comes to you and says, oh, we're going to do this and we're going to do that, and we're going to run Google pay-per-clicks and Facebook ads, and we're going to do this on LinkedIn, stop. Time out. What are your goals? What are you trying to achieve? Okay? Obviously, a goal would be, I want to increase sales, like I said before. That's probably the most popular one. I want to generate leads and opportunities. That's a goal. I want to acquire new customers. That's a goal. I want to reduce my churn rate and be able to retain customers in a better way. That's a goal. I want to have the ability to upsell my customers. And I want to have the ability to cross-sell my customers. That's really important. I want to improve awareness of my company and brand. That's a goal. How do I do that? I want to increase customer satisfaction. That's very important in the business model. That's a goal. I'd like to launch a new product or solution in my business. Put another iron in the fire. Start building another cost center that cross-pollinates with my business. That's a goal, right? I gave you a little strategy in there too, right? I want to rebrand my company or reposition. I'd like to increase my web traffic. That gets into a little bit of the strategy and tactics in there, but that could be a goal. I'd like to implement marketing automation for my business. I would like to have sales and marketing work better together and be better aligned, right? That would be a goal, a little strategy in there too, okay? And not only are we gonna put these goals down, but we need the ability to measure these goals. For example, if I'm generating leads and opportunities, there's a way I can measure that. I can formulate my strategy, put my tactics together. I can generate some leads. I can see how many leads I generated and where they came through with today's technology and tracking. I can track the phone. I can track web traffic. I can see where everything came from. I can back up and see how much it cost to actually do that. Put a price per lead. In the business is known as a CPL, cost per lead, or a cost per click. or when I'm getting onto the acquisition, someone buying something is a cost per acquisition. I can back up those numbers. I can build a nice little spreadsheet and show you how much we paid and what things cost and how much that's costing the business and what the profit potential is there. Pipeline conversion. That's a very important topic too. How do I convert the pipeline? Those are people that I have ready for an appointment, ready for a discovery call, ready for a demonstration, ready to step into proof of concept, and ready to negotiate a deal with me, a contract at the end. That's just an example. But converting that pipeline and the folks that you have vetted already or they're coming up is very important. And then how do I use media activation and account-based marketing attribution to bring unity from my distribution back to my sales pipeline? Now I'm getting a little carried away here. I just wanted to show you what some of your goals would be and how you measure them. But pipeline conversion is really important. How do you convert that pipeline once you generate those leads? An in-depth topic that I'm gonna get into more as we go. And then there's other things that you're going to do. You're going to produce content. You're going to, create awareness. You may team up with a charity. You may do other creative things. And you may have a way to measure that, but maybe not in concrete numbers. Maybe there's things that you do that you measure the impact before and after. After all, we don't live in parallel worlds, but I can compare to the activity that I'm doing now with that new idea versus what I didn't do in the past. So there's ways you always want to, the point being is all the goals that you put out there, you want to be able to measure them. And then all the goals I talked about should fall into one of these three types of goals. A goal outcome, a process goal, or a performance goal, right? We talked about measurement of those goals. Right? A lot of business owners, they know what they want, right? I've attended a conference, I know people that are in the business, they're doing this, I'm searching on the web. These are the things I want to do. That's great. You know what some of your goals are, right? But how do you really know? You're really going to know by doing that competitive analysis, looking at your competitors, looking at an equal competitor to you, looking at a weaker competitor, looking at a stronger competitor, and then looking at different attributes on what they're doing in the marketplace, and being able to put a weighted score on those types of things and be able to say, wow, look at this weaker competitor, how well they do in this category. Look at an equal competitor to me, look how well they're doing this. I'm not doing that at all. And by doing this competitive analysis, it will draw us to the conclusion of what we should be doing to be better in all the different categories. And now, how do we get there? That's when we get into the strategy, right? So there's a lot here with goals, very important. That competitive analysis, I'm going to get into that heavy. That's really going to help you click. You're going to see the competitive analysis. You're going to see the way we put the numbers together. That's going to give you a chance to back up and take another look at your goals, right? Maybe it's a good idea to put all your goals on the whiteboard and then come back in 2 weeks and say, are those still the goals I like? And then from there, do your competitive analysis or get involved with focus reports, okay, which is another important concept that we'll get into down the road with a partner of mine who knows how to do focus reports really well. And as the series of Jimmy Leads goes on, we're going to have some screen navigation where we're going to go into the computer, we're going to be doing some tactical things, and then I'm going to have what I call as special guest stars. Really great marketing consultants that I've learned from and been with along the way. I'm going to bring them involved too. Okay? So setting goals is so important. It's really where you want to start, right? And it's going to help you with that thought process and that projection. Okay? So this was a little bit of a short video, but I think that we hit on all the points that we wanted to. Please leave a comment below. Look out for my strategy videos coming up. Remember, your strategy leverages upon your goals, and your strategy is a real plan to win. We want to win here, guys. Leads and conversions. All right? This is our experience. This is my channel. I'm Jimmy Leeds. Thank you.